Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. I believe this first Friday of of October 2018. So yeah, welcome back, and I hope you can hear me well. Okay. Anyway, today just occurred to me. I found a nice subject. I'm sorry, it's going to be somewhat mathematical again, okay? Because the mathematics is so important, and I will make it easy for you. All right, we'll do some probability, okay? But you like it, all right? It's fun, useful, okay? Very fun stuff. I wasn't always good at mathematics, and I didn't always like mathematics, okay? But I came to like it after I learned it, okay? But I wasn't good at it, but after I learned more and more about it, and I did spend more time, so I became good at it, okay? So you have to understand this. There's no such a thing as born talent, okay? There's no such a thing, all right? You may not like something, well, you may learn to like something, okay? You may like something now, you may learn to hate it if it's something bad, like gay marriage, lesbianism, sugar fetishism, or marijuanaism, tattoo okay? You may like it now, but you should learn to hate it, alright? Mathematics, physics, chemistry, you may hate it now, but you must learn to love it, okay? It's very important. Exercise, diet, healthy diet, you should learn to love it, alright? People change all the time, okay? What I'm asking you is to change in a positive direction. That's what I'm asking you, okay? So, now, we're gonna do some probability and probability. Let's say this is set U, universal. Just universal set, universe of discourse is set that contains everything, right? So and then you have set A, and you have set B. Classical Venn diagram, right? This is A, this is B, okay. Now, P, so let's say there's one element, there are total of four elements, okay. I gotta buy this new eraser now, because this eraser is so dirty, it's not quite working well. There's four elements, alright? Here, 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 here. Now, probability of A on is equal to probability where of X belonging to A given X is an element of U, which is equal to P probability of A bar U. This is the conditional probability, like Bayesian probability, okay? We went over this a while ago, so okay, so U is like number one, okay? So bar is kind of like in division symbol in algebra, okay? So something over one is something, right? It doesn't make any difference. So it's kind of like that, okay? That's why we can get rid of this. Like, A over 1 is just A, right? So we can just get rid of this, okay? Because it's same as itself. So that's why it's very similar to, algebra, set theory. Set theory is not algebra, okay? But there are similarities, okay? And Uh, Now, P, we talked about this, all right? B bar A is equal to, let's finish this up. This is equal to P A is equal to number of A over number of B the universal set, okay, is equal to, there are two of them in A, right? There are four of them in universal set. Total is 0.5, okay, 50%. Now, and actually this is shorthand for this. And A intersection U over NU. This is the general formula, okay, which is same as A intersection U is same as A. Again, U is like number one and intersection is like multiplication, so yeah, they become the same. Okay. Now, PB by A, what is it? It's this. Now, A, anything that goes to the right side of this bar, it's like the universe of discourse. That's the context, and that's what we are talking about. Okay. So, is equal to number of B intersection A over number of A is equal to number of A 2 and number of B intersection A 1, again 0.5, okay. Now here PB, now set A and set B, they're symmetrical, okay, there's no difference. Each of them have two elements and one element in the middle, in the intersection, okay, one element outside of it, two elements outside of A, two elements outside of B, okay. So here we observe that P B bar A is equal to 0.5 and is equal to P B, which is what? 2 over 4, okay? Which is 0.5. Can you see this? Maybe not very well, huh? This is number 5, okay? Sorry for the 0.5. Okay, so PAB, PB, okay. And this means A and B are truly independent. Okay, so that's what this means. Okay. All right, and it means A and B are independent. It means this. The representation of B inside of A is equal to representation of B inside of A is equal to the proportion of B in the entire population. So let me try to explain what it means. Okay. Let's say common cold. Okay. If there is no probably there's no correlation between Asian race and common cold. Probably Asians are equally likely to catch a common cold than any other races. Okay, as you can see, we're talking about probability, and all of a sudden we are talking about people. Okay, so that's why probability is so important in maybe not that important, but it can have some interesting significance in humanology. We can talk about many things in human world in terms of probability. Okay. Now I'm getting cold. Let me put some jacket on. Actually, we may take a break because I forgot to. I bought a lot of neckties. Used good stores, thrift stores. I don't want my ties to be just stay there and get all wrinkled. Okay, so I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I'm back. Yeah, I bought so many neckties, at least 10. I love neckties and all right. And you get to see those neckties, okay? Bunch of neckties that I bought today. Oh, they're beautiful. I love neckties. It's good to be a man. So I can put those neckties on. Anyway. Alright, so you got the idea, and we'll do more basics so that you understand what this independence between these two sets mean. Okay, it means there is no correlation. All right. Last time, I mean, several episodes ago, we defined the coefficient of correlation. Correlation coefficient, okay, is equal to what? Dude, I forgot. I think it was something like P A bar B minus 0.5 multiplied by 2. Okay, so negative correlation or positive correlation or zero correlation whatsoever. I'm not sure if this was the right. This is the formula that we had. Maybe this formula is wrong, or maybe the formula we derived last time, maybe that's incorrect. I don't know. Because we'll worry about this later. I gotta go back and look at the footage and find out how we came up with this formula and whatnot. Okay, so sorry. Well, it's okay. We don't have to be perfect at first time. It's okay to be wrong. Okay, as long as we correct it. So yeah, let's forget about what we talked about correlation coefficient last time. Okay. It keeps playing in my mind what was wrong. Maybe we had the right formula. Maybe I'm not remembering it. Okay, I don't know. I don't know. All right, so it's this. Let's say you have said you, okay, and you have this cold, people with some cold virus like common cold, people who are sick with the cold virus. You have your cold virus, then you are in this set, okay. Let's say about 10% of United States population have cold virus. Okay. So P, C, and the the universe of discourse, the kind of people that we are talking about, is a population of United States. Okay, that's you. Is equal to what? 10%, right? 0.1, 0.1. Okay. And let's say population of Asians, let's say it's about 20%. It's all hypothetical, okay? Let's say 20% of American citizens are Asians, all right? Just we're making hypothetical examples, okay? To be honest with you, I love Asian Americans, but do I want there to be a lot of Asians in America? No. Okay, the reason I'm in America is that I like people who are different from me in races. I like other races. I love Asians, don't get me wrong, but it will be more fun to me, more exciting to me that I get to see other races, people who are different from me. Okay. Anyway, and let's say hypothetically, oh well, it's 20%, so it must be bigger than C, right? Again, it's not quite drawn to scale, okay? So this is A. I guess universe should be a little bit bigger, huh? Okay. Whatever. Don't get any ideas, okay? Um, I'm trying to make it kind of look drawn to scale, alright? That's why I have to make it bigger or smaller, whatever. P, C bar A. Let's assume that this is also 0.1. What does this mean in English? I give you like 5 seconds. Because it's getting cold, so I gotta zip up my jacket here. Maybe oh, yeah, I give you 20 seconds, okay? It's gonna take some time before I zip up my jacket. I'm an old man, okay? Oh, much better. Oh. It's this, alright? So, what's your answer? How much percentage of Asians have common cold? Here is C by U, right? So how much percentage of United States citizens have common cold? And these two happen to be the same. Okay? Meaning there is no correlation between Asians and having cold virus. Okay? Alright, so so let's try to redefine the correlation coefficient. Alright, because I don't know what kind of formula we derived the other day. It could be this. Correlation of between, does Asian tend to have more common cold or less common cold? If Asian tend to have a lot more common cold than population in general, let's say hypothetically, Asians, like about 50% of Asians have common cold. 50% of Asians have common cold. Okay, then P, C bar A, 50% of Asians have common cold. Let's even say 100% of Asians have common cold. Okay? Minus P. Well, this is tentative, alright? So let's say this is 100%. 100% of Asians have common cold, and also something like this. Okay, something like this. Let's say there is this Asians, okay, and as you can see, correlation is a very tricky concept. I mean, when we did it last time, yeah, it kind of made sense the way we derived that formula, and I don't even remember that formula because I forgot how we derived that formula. Okay, we're just giving it a different perspective. Okay, we will get there. Okay, we are not quite there yet. We are making improvements by examining from different angles. Okay, different considerations. So it's a good thing. You're refining the idea of correlation. Here is this. In America, United States of America, we have Asians. And not many Asians have common colds. But every single people who have common colds are Asians. So does Asians have tendency to have common cold? Not really. Probably because like only 1% of Asians have common colds. But does a common cold patient tend to be an Asian? Absolutely. They are all Asians. Okay? Only 1% of Asians have common cold. But 100% of people who have common cold are Asians. Okay? So as you can see, correlation is not commutative. This is not equal to common cold, correlation of CA. Okay? Now, this better be 100%, okay? So we are trying to find that formula here. It's not equal to, okay? So yeah, let's try this, okay? I'm not sure if you can see this very clearly. Can I bring this a little bit closer? Maybe a little bit closer. Yeah, it's kind of a very narrow road here, okay? We are making this film, this intellectual entertainment series in a shoestring budget. Man, it's too close. I don't want to see things too close. Oh my, I'm gonna sit back. Then you cannot see me. And what? Yeah, you don't have to see me. You don't have to see me, do you? No. I don't think anybody would miss me. But it's too close and it's bothering my eyes. I'm sorry. You don't want me to lose my eyesight, do you? Well, maybe you do. Maybe you don't care. Well, whatever. But I do care about my eyesight, okay? So I don't want it to be too close. Now it's too far away. Oh man, whatever. So, 100% correlation between this and if we use this tentative formula, P A given C, in C, if C is the universe, and so okay, so this is 100%. This is 1 minus PC, which is like what? Well, this is such a tricky concept. I'm gonna put on my hat because it's still cold. It's because I haven't had dinner yet, okay? I came home after work, but so I really like doing this, okay? Eating, yeah, I eat every day, 3 times a day, okay? So eating is not that important. Eating is not a big part of my life. Although lunchtime during weekdays is my favorite time. Lunch break. Well, but so yeah, it does contribute to my happiness significantly, but at the same time, it's not too important in my life. Eating, okay, pleasure from eating, and it shouldn't be a big part of your life either. People spend too much time cooking, okay? They shouldn't, all right? Maybe on some holidays or some special occasions, but not on a daily basis. Wow, this rosehip vodka, oh man, it's so good. Oh, I thank God every day that He gave humanity this gift of vodka. I thank God. So this putting like these plants in like strong liquor, that's very Asiatic thing. Like China, Korea, Japan, we do this stuff. Okay. Uh, I mean, chaga vodka, Russians did it too. But you know, putting this stuff like this, like these berries and stuff in strong liquor, yeah, that's very Asiatic thing. I learned it from my dad. Okay, Koreans do this all the time. Okay, um, they put even more exotic things like snake or centipede in strong liquor. Okay, yeah, fun stuff. And believe or not, they're really good. Like I'm talking about like real snake. They put in a strong liquor and exotic stuff. All right. I really need to see that previous formulas. C minus A. I doubt it was just A bar C minus zero point 0.5 times 2. Was it really? Yeah, in this case, it kind of it holds true because in C, what is probably this is 1, so 1 minus 0.5 is 0.5. 0.5 times 2 is because becomes 1. Okay, fine. Now, what is correlation of A between Asian to be on to have to be a cold virus patient? This is like, let's say only 10% of Asians have common cold. Only 1% of United States citizens have common cold. Okay, so this is the 0.1 and minus zero point 0.5 negative 0.4 times 2 negative 0.8. Okay, so yes, there's strong, fairly strong negative correlation, okay, of Asian having a cold because only 10% of Asians have common cold. Okay, so yeah, this formula is not too bad. I think this is the formula we used. Okay, but at the same time, we just discovered that a counter example that this formula isn't exactly our final destination. All right, because in this instance, it's supposed to give us 0 because there's 0 correlation between. Actually, maybe there is. Okay, maybe there is. Well, let's just we just realized that this formula probably was the one we derived last time, and it's not too bad. Okay, so let's just make this as a starting point. Okay, so it's not such a bad formula if you think about it. Yeah, it's not perfect yet, but it's not too bad. All right, so I hope you can all see this. Can you read everything that I write? It's important. Maybe I should write a little bit bigger letters. So in this example, 1%, I mean 10% of U.S. population have cold virus, cold disease, common cold, and about 20% of Americans are Asians, and only 10% of Asians have common cold. So there should be no correlate. Well, actually, there is some negative correlation between Asianness. Okay, so independence and correlation, they are two different concepts. Okay, maybe this formula is correct. Okay. Now correlation of in this example. So this is example number 1, example number 2. Okay, and this is the mathematical result of. So A given C, this is 1, this is 1. This is about example number 2, okay? You have picture, then you have numbers, alright? And now this part is about example number 1. Okay, I'm sorry. Number 2, picture, numbers, formulas. Okay, and then you have number 1 here, then you have number 1 picture here, and then number 1 formulas here. Correlation between what is the tendency of an Asian having a common cold? P C bar A minus 0.5 times 2 is equal to in Asian the Asian people who have common cold is 0.1. So this is negative 4 minus 0.8, okay? Yeah, because only 10% of Asians have cold virus, so wait a minute, it's the same as that. Well, not really. What is common cold in this example? Does a common cold patient have tendency to be an Asian? We haven't defined this property yet, okay? Well, yeah, let's just make it up, okay? Let's say it's 30%. 30% of common cold patients are Asians, okay? 30%. So use 0.3. So 0.3, negative 0.2, negative 0.4. Okay? So there's still some negative correlation, okay? That's so yeah, it's not true. It's quite working well, okay? So yeah, the concept of independence we just discovered. I think this formula is correct one. It's a correct formula. It's a decent formula because only we assume that P on AC in the common cold population, common cold people who have common cold disease. What's the probability that common cold patient is an Asian? Is a 0.3, okay? So yeah, there is some negative correlation here, some moderate negative correlation, okay? So yeah, it is correct, okay? So because the number is negative and it's moderate because it's less. It's not like more. I mean, it's not negatively more than minus 0.5, okay? It's negatively less than minus 0.5, okay? So it's negative 0.4. If you are good at mathematics, you probably understand what I'm saying. Minus 0.4 is not a very strong, it's not a strong negative number because the strongest negative number in the correlation world you can be is negative 1. Alright? So this is you have negative 1, negative 0.1, negative 0.5, and then you have 0, then you positive 0.5, and then you have plus 5, or I mean plus 1, okay? You have 0, negative 1, positive 0.5, and negative 0.5, okay? This is the worst scenario. There is negative 100% correlation. This is the perfect correlation, okay? And 0 is a perfect neutrality, okay? Negative 0.5 is like, yeah, there is negative correlation. but kind of halfway between. Plus zero point 0.5, there is positive correlation, but kind of halfway in between, okay? That's what I'm trying to say. Okay? All right. Well, I'm still here. Okay, you don't get to see me, but I'm just chilling. I'm kind of drunk. I got home after work, so just being slow. Okay, probably it's a good time to take a break. Okay, because I'm not like thinking what to do next. No, I'm just chilling. Oh boy. Because we have to go to the next step. Okay, so we talk. I think this formula is correct one. That I think this is the one we derived last time. Okay, and then but the concept of we just discovered that concept of independence has nothing to do with correlation. Right? It's something we just discovered. Okay, so yeah, this formula is correct, and I think it is the one we discussed, we concluded last time, and the concept of independence is a different animal. It has nothing to do with correlation. Okay, so I thought it's related, but it's not. Okay, so all right, so it's good news. Okay, we don't have to modify our equation at this formula. That's a good news. I'm lazy. I don't want to like do a lot of work, so I don't want to correct things. Okay, I'm sorry. Take a break. Okay. So we're back. Um, yeah, we just observed that languages can fool us. Okay. So I was confused between these two concepts of correlation and the concept of correlation and concept of independence in this probabilistic mathematics. Okay, so Wittgenstein, I think it's German philosopher or something. What kind of philosophy was that? It's not existentialism. It's more like phenomenology or something. But he talked about, yeah, I guess he has some good points. Okay, language and philosophy, whatever. But he's not one of my favorite because he talks shit about Georg Cantor, who created this set theory. And Georg Cantor is a great mathematician. Okay, he had this Cantor method of you have this two-dimensional table and process of elimination, something like that. Okay, so and there was the foundation for this Gödel theory, Gödel's incompleteness theorem. Okay, so yeah, Georg Cantor is a great mathematician. Okay, so but Wittgenstein talks shit about him. So yeah, he's I'm not a huge I don't personally I don't like Wittgenstein. Okay, yeah, I like the fact that he was a teacher and he has a humble beginning, but he has great talent, and so he left some big footprint. Humble beginning, but left through his sheer talent and diligence. He left some good big footprint in history of philosophy, Western philosophy. I can respect that. Okay, he was a teacher in high school or something. Humble beginning, humble profession, but in the independent time of his own, he did the studying, research. Just like me, I'm a humble guy. I'm not a professor. Okay, just paper pusher. Okay, office desk job, making average American salaries. Okay, well, I'm still working very hard. So Albert Einstein was the same way. Very smart guy. He was a patent clerk, making very little salary. He was not a professor or anything. But he kept on working, researching, developing his own theory independently. And Wittgenstein did the same thing. Like me, like Einstein. I'm not putting myself on their rank, but in my opinion, I should be bigger than they are, both of them combined. Einstein, Wittgenstein. I think I should be remembered in human history to be a greater scholar, better scholar than both of them combined. Okay, well, that's my opinion, but whatever. Okay. So let's just. I think it's a good time to erase all these things. All this. It's not a mess. It's not crap. Okay, but it's messy. Let's clear our minds. Let's talk about probabilistic independence. Okay, so it has nothing to do with correlation. We just discovered that. We were played by this language, okay? Yeah, don't get fooled by language. Okay. Whew. That was quite a workout. Erasing this. Oh my goodness. Maybe you're happy you don't get to see my face very often. Sure, whatever. I don't care. Okay. So, because I realized this how close this whiteboard is to my eyes, and I don't want to be more myopic than not I am now. Okay, so it kind of makes me dizzy. Okay, so it took me a while to realize how close this whiteboard is to me. Ah, whatever. So we are talking. We're not talking about correlation. Okay, we are talking about mathematical probabilistic independence. Okay, so it has nothing to do with correlation. All right. So you have the universal set. Can you see this? Ah, man, this screen is still not very visible. Okay. How about red? Can I do red? Oof. Ah, I dropped it. So we had this example where this about 10% it has common cold disease in America, and about 10% of Asians have common cold disease. Okay, so P C common cold is about 10%, 0.1, and P A is equal to about let's say about 20% of Asians are Americans are Asians. Okay, and P, if you're an Asian, what's the probability that you have common cold? Conditional probability. Let's say it's 0.1. Okay, so we can say okay. So here is this juxtaposition of correlation and independence. Okay, it's not is they are not related, but we can juxtapose it. We can put it next to each other and see how it plays. Okay, Asians do not tend to have a lot of common cold. Only 10% of Asians, 10% of Asians have common cold. Okay, and even that, not and also not only that, out of all common cold patients, what's the probability that this common cold patient is an Asian? We said it's about 0.3. Okay? We gotta shrink this a little bit. About 1/3 of common cold patients are Asians. Okay? Well, 1/3. Okay? 1/3. Okay? I'm doing my best to make it in scale. Draw the picture in scale. Okay? So, what are some other races that have common colds? Oh well. Let's say in America there are three races: blacks, whites, and browns. And let's say all browns are just Asians. Okay. I'm just simplifying things. Okay. So, what's the tendency of a common cold patient to be an Asian? About 0.3%. And what's the common cold patient's tendency to be a black person? 0.3. What's the common cold patient's probability of being white? 0.3. So it's all equal. It's equal even distribution. Okay, that's the point here. All right. So let's say you have this whole universe of common cold patients. Okay, evenly divided: Asians, blacks, and whites. Okay, But do Asians tend to have common cold? No, only 10% of Asians have common cold. Okay, so in Asian population, only 10% have common colds, and the 10%, these Asians, 90% of them they're just healthy. They don't have cold virus. They don't have common cold disease. Healthy people, okay. And the same holds true in terms of white people and black people in America, in United States. Okay, 90% of them are healthy. They don't have common colds. Okay, it's a good America. Okay, most people are healthy, and we are not talking about other diseases. Okay, we are only talking about common cold. Okay, so we are simplifying things here. All right, but so so this concept of mathematical probabilistic independence is a little bit tricky. Okay, it's not about correlation. Okay, it's about representation. You take polls, political polls, okay, and you cannot ask every single one of what, how many is American population? Something like 300 million, I guess. Yeah, Korean population is like 40 million. 40 million. That's the South Korean population. 40 million. Seoul, capital city of South Korea, and its vicinity, its suburb, it's like 10 million. Okay. American population is about 10 times of South Korean population. So South Korea alone has 40 million people. Okay. American population is about 400 million. So it's only 10 times. South Korea, America, United States of America, in terms of this geographic size, probably like 1,000 times, 10,000 times, 100,000 times, or a million times, I don't know. But the population of South Korea versus United States of America is like only 10 times. Okay, so America is very sparsely populated compared to South Korea. It's only 10 times population when America is like 1,000 times bigger than South Korea. Okay, because if you ever flew, probably you have flew across American continent. If you traversed over on the airplane from eastern coast to western coast, from New York to LA, or vice versa, you look down, right? Mostly it's empty. United States of America, probably about 90% of its land is just empty. You look down, there's no buildings, there are no people, there's nothing. Okay, it's just empty. Okay, just forests, some vegetation. Okay, so yeah, America is very sparsely populated. Okay, we have a lot of land to do farming, animal farming, plant farming. Okay, so one of my campaign propaganda is campaign platform agenda is that we better start farming every single animals and plants on this planet. Okay, you farm salmon berries, high bush cranberries in Alaska. They're delicious and they're very low sugar and they're tangy and oh my goodness, so good. Okay, you can make tons of products with that. You can still make pies and cookies. Just don't add any sugar in there. Just add all these wonderful farmed Alaskan berries. Okay, it's not just Alaska. There are tons of wild berries, low in sugar, high in antioxidant, anti-cancer, healthy, low sugar, very healthy, tangy, very delicious. Yeah, make cookies, make pies, make cakes, but don't add any sugar and fat in there. Okay, just put those healthy berries. So we gotta use our biotechnology to farm these wild berries. There are so many different berries. Okay, in Alaska we have red currant, stink currant, blueberries, and we have crowberries. We have high bush cranberries, low bush cranberries. We have bunch berries, salmon berries. Okay, and outside Alaska, you have black currant. You have some edible elderberries. You have edible wild cherries. There's so many different kinds of berries that I know only some of them. Edible berries, wild berries. Okay. Yes, make pies and cakes with cookies with those berries, but don't add any sugar. Okay. Stop adding fucking sugars and fat in food, man. Oh my goodness, man. Fucking stupid Americans. They put all the fucking stupid sugars and fat in everything. All this manufactured food. You can have pizza. I had opportunity to have vegan pizza. They don't have any cheese in the pizza, but it tastes great. Vegan pizza. They have all these different kinds of vegetables in there. Okay? Somebody put some stupid cook put some olive oil in there. Why did you have to fucking put the oil in there? You don't have to, okay? Don't put any sugar and fat in any fucking food. Okay? You have sugar and food, you feed it to your fucking dogs and cats. Don't treat our human body as a fucking trash can. Don't trash your body, okay? You get obese, you get sick, you look ugly, you get sick. It's costing everybody by driving up the health care cost, health insurance premium, okay? Stop eating sugar and fat, all right? Ah, yeah, well, it's obvious that I'm drunk, right? But at the same time, it's a constructive criticism, okay? Yeah, you better learn to enjoy alcohol, cigarettes in a moderation, okay? And then you don't need sugar and fat, okay? Look at me, I drink, I smoke, but I'm very healthy because I exercise. I do dancing, which is great cardio routine. I do martial arts, which is also great cardio, okay? And I run, all right? I do uh, push-ups, sit-ups, upside down push-ups, which is like I lean against the wall upside down, okay? Then I do just shoulder, upside down, okay? Leaning against the wall, okay? You don't even need dumbbells, okay? You can use your body weight, all right? I have this pull-up bar from Walmart. I put it on the door, Yeah, I do pull-ups, okay? And I do have some dumbbells too, from Walmart. It's not expensive. Yeah, I do my core bicep and whatnot. Okay, and shoulder. Okay, yeah, push-ups, sit-ups, and leg exercise. Just squat, no with no weight. Okay, and then calf exercise. Right. Yeah, we'll do all that stuff. Okay, that's what you Americans or anybody in the world should be doing. Okay, I mean, if you're a man, yeah, then make muscle. If you're a woman, women have long hair, they have breasts, and they have monthly period. So women go through a lot of things. Okay, so yeah, don't do muscle weight training if you are young. If you are more than 50, if you go through menopause, yeah, then start doing muscle exercise because you need it. You don't want to lose muscle weight, bone weight, but if unless you do weight training after your menopause as a woman, yeah, you do need to do those things, weight training, okay? Because otherwise you start losing bone weight, muscle weight. That's not good, okay? But if you are menstruating, then you don't need weight training, okay? You just need cardio, okay? Women, they have this burden of have long hair, their breast, and monthly period. That's a lot, okay? So that's why women have this extra burden, okay? They have to wear skirts, high heels. That's a lot, okay? So yeah, we should give them a break, okay? So uh, that's why women have this extra burden, and women must have breasts. They must have menstruation. I mean, if they're less than 50 years old, they must have long hair and they must look nice, look feminine, okay? And I want them to work, but not as hard as we guys do because we don't have that burden, all right? So we should never expect women to perform as well as we guys do because they have this extra burden. They have put on makeup. I mean, it's not required to, and the earrings, necklace, this what bracelet, ring, high heel, mini skirt, short skirt, some skirt, tight pants, ripped pants, this revealing sweater and tank top, whatnot. Yeah, that's women's job. Women's job, number one job is to look beautiful and make the world beautiful, okay? And make men happy, okay? That's women's number one job, okay? Oh, you are sexist. I'm not, okay? The best way for a woman to be happy is to be appreciated as a woman, as a beautiful lady, okay? So I don't expect women to perform as well as men because women have extra burden of being beautiful. It takes a lot of time. It's heavy, you have breasts, it's heavy. You have long hair. Oh, it takes a lot of time to shampoo and maintain that long hair. You wearing skirts. Oh, it takes a lot of energy to not show your panties when you sit down. You have to be extra careful when you walk up the stairs and stuff. Yeah, so it takes a lot of to be a woman, to be a beautiful woman. It's not easy. That's why I appreciate that labor of being beautiful. To walk with that high heel shoes on, it's not easy. I appreciate that, okay? So that's why, because women just being beautiful, no tattoos, no piercings, resisting the temptation of this mainstream evil, devilish, satanic ideology of tattoo piercism, sugar fetishism, marijuanaism. To resist that mainstream trend, yeah, it takes huge courage and strength. And so I appreciate that feminine, conservative spirit in women. Okay, very few beautiful women. There are very few women who reject sugar fetishism, tattoo piercism, marijuanaism, gayism. Very few women do that. Okay, probably one or two in America. I will appreciate you if you do that. Okay, you're my hero. Okay, and so yeah, it doesn't matter what race you are. Okay, if you do the right thing, if you resist all those mainstream evil, satanic, devilish ideologies, you're my hero. Okay, and I don't care what gender or what race you are, what age you are. Okay, if you're doing the right thing, you're my hero. Okay, so yeah, it's we should not never expect women to have the same kind of workload as we guys do because they have extra stuff. Just to be beautiful is very a lot of labor and time and energy. So let's give women some break. Okay, so uh, they should never be expected to perform at the same level as men. Okay, because they have an extra burden of having long hair, having monthly period, and having wearing high shoes and mini skirt and just to be beautiful. Okay, it takes a lot of energy. Okay, so let's give women some break. Okay, yeah, be easy on them. Okay, and they even give birth to children. They raise children. Yeah, let's give them some break. Okay, so I love women. Okay, they are very hardworking people. Okay, to make us men happy. I appreciate their labor of being beautiful. I appreciate it. Okay, so yeah, so that's humanology. Humanology is not never sexist. We love women. We appreciate women. Okay, so yeah, it's not fair to expect women to perform at the same level as men because we guys we have short hair. We never wear skirts. We never wear high heels. Life is easier for us men. Okay, we don't have monthly period. Okay, so that's why we guys can just dedicate ourselves to work, labor. Right, so that's why in the human history in its entirety, like in the Western society, all these classical composers like Mozart, Bach, Tchaikovsky, Handel, yeah, Vivaldi, oh, yeah, they're all men, okay? Because we guys, our life is so easy, so we can dedicate ourselves to work. It's not that we are more talented or smarter than women. No, it's not that. It's just that we don't have to have long hair. We have, we don't get monthly period. We don't give birth to babies. We don't raise kids. We just have more time, more energy. Okay, that's the only reason men throughout the human history achieved more in workplace. Okay, like all the painters like Picasso, Monet, Manet, Gauguin, Gough, they're all men, okay? And also all these writers like Shakespeare, Tolstoy, Dostoevsky, Sartre, or yeah, they're all men, okay? because we have extra time, we have extra energy, so we can write music, novel, paint. We just have more time, okay? But women, they are the reason why we are here. They give birth to us. Every single one of us were born to a mother. Our mothers, they get pregnant and they give birth to a baby. Huge pain, huge labor. Okay, so mothers. All right, so they are the reason that why we exist as humanity. Okay, so humanology have huge admiration and uh, respect, and we are humanology. We are the fan of women, mothers. Okay, we love and appreciate, respect, and honor mothers. Okay, fathers, yeah, they work very hard to feed us, to give us food, bring the breadwinners. Okay, we appreciate them too. Okay, but well, they don't give birth to us. They just have sex and have fun. That's it. But yeah, they go through all this bullshit at workplace, the office. They just suck it up. All this bullshit that their bosses, superiors give them, because they have to feed their wife and kids. Okay, so you have to understand this traditional, this structure of mother and father, division of labor. Okay, we are not saying mothers are worse, fathers are better. No, no, no. It's a division of labor. Okay, mothers do their job, fathers do their job. Okay, but after the technological inventions by men, they invented washing machines, vacuum machines, computers. They're all invented by men. Light bulbs, matches, lighters. Okay, all invented by mostly by men. Okay, so it freed up women. Technological inventions. Now it's so easy to do this household work. It used to occupy all day every day of women at home. Okay, that's why we guys are attracted to lighter skinned women, because domesticity. Women just staying at home, indoors, so they tend to be light skinned, and it signifies femininity. Okay, that's how we men evolved to be attracted to women who have lighter skin, because it signifies domesticity, like indoor kind of. Anyway, so yeah, all this technological innovation, so it doesn't take too much effort to wash dishes, because we have that dishwashing machine, and laundry, we have laundry machine, vacuum, we have vacuum machine, light bulb, we have light bulb, we have stove. Okay, because back in the days they have to take care of this fire. Okay, so it's not easy to make fire or maintain fire. Okay, so you have electricity. Okay, they're all invented by men. Okay, so it's not feminists that freed women. No, it's the inventors, scientists, engineers, men who freed women, because it's so easy to do domestic chores nowadays. That's why women have extra time, so they can go outside and get a job and go to colleges and all that. Okay, it's men who freed women. It's not feminists. Okay, it's all about science, engineering, technologies that freed women. Now they can go outside to work. Okay, so yeah, I encourage women to explore their career. Okay, you have kids, yeah, put them in the daycare center. Okay, yeah, you work, you pay your nannies and daycare workers. Yeah, pay them, but you work. Okay, so I encourage that. I encourage women because women are very smart people. It brings some balance at the workplace too. Okay, we need both men and women at work. All right. So okay, we'll take a break and we'll do some more of this mathematics. Oh my goodness. It's diversity, okay? We talk about politics, we talk about history, and then we talk about mathematics, okay? It's diversity. It's like buffet, intellectual buffet, okay? Just like I have vodka buffet here. I love diversity, alright? So, cheers to diversity, okay? But not every diversity is good. All this LGBTQI diversity, that's bad. Marijuana, cocaine, heroin, all this diversity, bad. There should be only one sexuality, heterosexuality. There should be only two intoxicants, cigarettes, alcohol. Maybe coffee, okay? I don't drink coffee. But everything else is bad, alright? So, and zero tattoos, zero piercings. You got some piercings and tattoos? I don't hate you. We all make mistakes, okay? Just save up some money and go to some plastic surgeons and get rid of your tattoos and piercings, okay? Alright? And let's take a break. We'll get back to this, alright? I don't know how much because I'm kind of drunk now. And well, we'll see what happens, alright? Oh, long day, man. Long day. Okay, we're back. Um, let's erase this again. Okay. Well, so well, before we erase, let's talk about this representative sample in statistics. We have 300 million people in America, and we can't. When you do a political poll, like, oh, what do you think about abortion? We cannot ask every single 300 million people in America. Okay, so they take representative sample. Okay, 0.00001%. They just survey, randomly call 100 people or 300 people. So that's what 1/1 million. Okay, that's what's called representative sample. And you don't want to ask only Republicans or only Democrats. You want it to be a random sample, randomly picked 300 people. Okay, you cannot ask everybody, right? So that's what we said, talked about representation, representative sample, true reflection of this American population's opinion about abortion, about gun rights. Okay, so it should be well spread out. Okay, this representative sample. All right, now we're talking about Asianness and common coldness. Okay, just happened that only 10% of Asians have common cold, and also America as a whole, only 10% of Americans have common cold. They're only 10% each. Okay, so Asian population is a representative sample of American population in terms of common cold infection. Okay, so you have to understand this because it's a knowledge. It's something absolutely true. It's mathematical truth. I want you to be well informed and intelligent so that you don't get deceived by the devil. Okay? Because devil is just like a disease. Okay? Pathogens. It picks on ignorant people. Okay, that's why that's the huge problem with media. American media has big problem, both left and the right. Fox, I don't think they're any better than CNN. Okay, they're equally stupid. Fucking idiots. Okay, CNN, Fox, they're all fucking morons. They appeal to ignorance. Okay, so that's their problem. They're all the same. Left and right media, they're all the stupid shits. Okay, because you are uneducated. Okay, you need to be educated. All right, Americans, I'm asking you. You have to watch this through. I understand I may not be the most handsome person to look at. There's this fruit fly over there. I need to kill that thing. Okay, so give me 1 second. Why do you have to bug me like this? Huh? I killed it. Okay. Gosh. Drosophila melanogaster or some other species of fruit flies. So bugging, annoying. They are after my fruit vodka, man. Whatever. Where is Alaska? So we have a lot of bugs and insects. Okay, so I don't want you to be fooled by all these idiots in the media or some so-called scholars and professors sell out Harvard, Yale, Stanford, West Point, or politicians, CEOs, or pastors, celebrities, Hollywood celebrities. I want you to be smart and informed. I want you to be an independent scholar. I need you to understand the truth, the reality. And mathematics, you do need mathematics for that, okay? So representative sample, okay? You cannot just conduct a poll. It's also common sense too, okay? Yeah, you cannot just make a poll out of just California and pretend that it's the opinion of the United States, no, or Alabama, or okay. You should take it as a whole. And so originally, traditionally, in mathematics, yeah, too much politics. Okay, so let's cool ourselves down. Let's cool down. Let's calm down and do mathematics a little bit. Okay, because politics, yeah, it's very so easy to get emotionally involved. Okay, so let's cool ourselves down and do some mathematics. Mathematics is like ice. We are cooling ourselves down. Yeah, I need a new eraser. It takes too much energy to erase things. Oh my goodness. My arm is sore now. Anyway, why don't I write on the with my left hand? Okay, so what do we need to write today? I mean now. So the yeah, traditional definition of probabilistic independence. Okay, so probability of A intersection B is equal to what? P A times P what? Do you know some mathematics? What's this? B and what? B bar A, okay. I write pretty well with the left hand because I had this bicycle accident on my right shoulder, so I had to write with left hand, and I learned it pretty quickly because I couldn't use my right hand. You know, I had injury. Okay, so yeah. Now my left shoulder is sore. So, but if so, this is general formula. Okay, but if A and B are independent, it means P A intersection B. You know, you have A, you have B, and this is A intersection B. Okay. Outside, A A complement intersection B complement, that an element that belongs to neither A nor B, okay, which is same as minus A minus B. Okay, so which is this is not equal to minus A union, not equal to minus A union minus B, but it is equal to minus A intersection minus B. Okay, so this is where set theory differs from algebra. Okay, so yeah, algebra and set theory, some similarity, but not the same. Okay, it's not. It's more like multiplication. It's not addition. Okay. All right. So this is general formula. Now special formula when A and B are independent, meaning A is a representative sample when it comes to in terms of B. Okay. If A and B are independent, that means PA times PAB is equal to PA times PB. Why? Because this is because, okay? This is like therefore. Okay? I don't know what country came up with this symbol, but it's commonly used in proof, at least in Asia. Okay? Maybe Japanese came up with that, okay? So because P B bar A is equal to PB. Can you read all this? Yeah, well, you have a computer if you are seeing this. Okay, so just maximize your screen. Okay. Which is equal to P B bar U. Alright, so the probability of B, having common cold in America is the same as having common cold within the Asian population, Asian subpopulation. Asian in America, Asian American, like American Asians is a subset of Americans, right? So there is no this was the confusion, correlation. Okay, it's not correlation. There's no more likelihood. There's no bias. There's no skewed distribution or concentration of cold virus within Asian population. No, cold virus is well spread out. It's well evenly distributed among all races in America. Okay, so there is no this heightened tendency among Asian population to have cold virus. Okay, so there is no so there's even distribution, and what's the opposite of that? Skewed concentration. There's no concentration. Okay, there's correlation and there's concentration. Okay, we're talking about correlation. That's about, does Asian tend to have cold virus? No, because 90% of Asians do not have cold virus. Okay, that's correlation. And now this correlation, concentration is like the opposite of even distribution. Okay, so concentration is cold virus is not concentrated in Asian population. No, it's evenly distributed. Okay, because you have this United States, okay, and you have this Asian population. Cold virus could be. It's possible that cold virus is concentrated only in Asian. Maybe Asian have some genetic defect that makes them more vulnerable to cold virus. Yeah, it's true, only 10% of Asians have cold virus, but if you are a person who have cold virus, you are an Asian, because cold virus set is a subset of Asians in this hypothetical example. Okay, are you following me? I hope you do. I have limited time, limited energy, limited budget. I make American average salary, and today's Friday night. Look how much a loser I am. I don't have a date. I did try online. I don't get any date. Yes, I'm in Alaska too. So I'm a Alaskan loner Asian ass. Okay. Total loser, okay? So I'm just trying to entertain you. Okay, so yeah, but we are getting things done. We are working, okay? Because today could be my last day in the world. Okay, I may die tomorrow, right? So I'm doing my best. I'm doing everything I can to better humanity. I'm working for you, right? So thank me later, all right? Okay, so concentration. Okay, now again, Wittgenstein. Yeah, he did contribute. I appreciate his achievement of importance of emphasizing language. Okay, so we are distinguishing correlation and concentration. This cold virus is concentrated in Asian population. Okay, but only 10% of Asians have cold virus. Okay, but nobody else but Asians, except Asians, has cold virus. Nobody else. No black people, no white people have cold virus. Only Asians have cold virus in this example. Okay, so cold virus is concentrated in Asian population, right? Okay, so that word concentration, yeah, it helps. It's essential. It's necessary. That we have brand new designation of this vocabulary. I mean, I didn't invent the word concentration, but we just designated it. Okay. Okay. But this concept of independence is commutative, all right? Because intersection of A and B is same as intersection of B and A, okay? So this is also this. P A by B is equal to PA should PA U, right? Okay, let's see if this is true. If A and D are independent to each other, that means boy, I don't want to erase all the diagrams, but so in our example previously, so A is Asian, B we used to have C, right? So what disease start with the letter B? Um, bubonic plague. How about that? Bubonic plague. Okay, that swept once in Middle East, which contributed to the fall of Rome in the Middle East. I mean, Middle Age. Yeah, it's Middle East. Let's say only. Let's talk about bubonic plague and Asians. Okay. I mean, if you can't think of a more common disease that starts with B, let me know. Okay. I'm all alone here. So, but don't wait too long because I may become very famous, and once I become very famous, I will not have time to reply to you. Okay, so if I'm famous, there will be so many people who want to talk to me. Now nobody wants to talk to me. Okay, so if you wait too long, you will never get to talk to me because I will just too busy. No offense to you. It's not that I become arrogant. No, I'm just one person. If I do become very famous, I will not have time to talk to you because there will be so many people who want to talk to me, and I will have to randomly pick one person, and 99% of the time it won't be you because they're 100%. Okay, so yeah, if I do become famous, probably it's because of you, thanks to you. Okay, but at the same time, I will have to pick one person to talk to out of 1 million people, and more. It's probability. Okay, so I want you to be rational than emotional. Okay, so it's not because I'm ignoring you. It's just that I pick one random person to talk to because I'm only one person. I cannot talk to every 1 million people if I'm famous. When I'm famous, okay. So it's just numbers. That one person that I'm talking to, he's nobody special. Just randomly pick person. Because 1 million people want to talk to me, probably won't be you. Okay, it's probability. You have to think rationally, not emotionally. Okay. You see, probably the knowledge of probability helps. It makes us more rational than emotional. Okay. So don't hate me because I'm not talking to you when I'm famous. So number game. Okay. That person that I'm talking to just happened to be the person who just got randomly picked like a lottery. Okay. That person I'm talking to when I'm famous is no different from you, just random person. All right. Anyway, probably even never happen because probably I will never be famous in my lifetime. Okay. So anyway, just fantasizing. Okay. It's Friday and nobody wanna date me, so give me a break. If I do become famous, probably many girls wanna date me. I probably say no because I'm the same person when I was nameless. Now I'm famous. You want me? You don't want me. You want my money, and I don't want you. I don't want you because I'm kind of like pussy. I want you to love me for who I am. Okay, I don't want you to love me because of my money. Okay, so probably I would say no to those girls. Okay, because no girls wanna date me. Okay, because I'm weird. I'm peculiar. I'm harsh, disciplinary. But if I have a lot of money and fame and power, then they will want me. I probably won't want those girls because it will piss me off. Okay, I'm the same guy. Just because I have more money and power and fame now you want me all of a sudden. I'm the exact same guy. When I was moneyless, powerless, fameless, no girls wanted to date me. Okay, now that I'm famous and powerful and rich, every girl want me. I don't want any of them. Materialistic girls, that disgust me. All right, no. Yeah, probably I'll die alone. Die alone. Okay. Ah, disgusting. Anyways, okay, let's continue. So let's make an example. We are being too abstract. Let's make concrete examples. All right. So, bubonic plague. Okay. So, percentage of bubonic plague, PB, equal to 0.1. 10%. P, Asians, among Asian subpopulation in America. Asian population in America. What's the chance that this Asian person has bubonic plague? It happens to be 0.1. Okay. And probability of Asian in America is what? 0.2. And we said probability of among the bubonic plague patients, what's the probability that that person is an Asian? We said this is like 0.3. Okay. Now, the question is B, question mark, is probability of B by A is equal to B, PB, and also is probability of A by B is equal to PA. We'll take a break, okay? It's on the board, so it doesn't take rocket science to know that. We'll take this after break. I'm tired, man. It's been 2 hours. Let's take a break and let's tackle on this, okay? After a break. Thank you for being my friend, okay? Thank you. You're such a nice person. We'll take a break. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, friends, we are back. Okay, I'm gonna share with you. I mean, we do this mathematics later, but some life story. Okay, just a little itty bitty, tiny mini things about me. Okay, so I was born in Eastern Coast. I'm not gonna tell you where. Grew up in South Korea, and then when I was after graduation of high school in Korea, South Korea, Seoul. Yeah, I came back to United States. So my undergrad institution, undergrad university, college, that's somewhere in the Midwest. I'm not gonna tell you where. Okay, it took me 7 years to finish my college because my English was so bad. I had to overcome this culture shock and all these obstacles of language barrier and all that stuff. They were very nice to me. Okay, so they treated me like their own, like their own. Mostly white people. It's Midwest. Okay, so nice people. Okay, and then after that, after my undergrad, I went to an Ivy League school for PhD program. Okay, in the Eastern Coast Ivy League school. Okay, so well after 2 years I dropped out, but I studied. I learned a lot about computer science and biology. Yeah, I majored in computer science in Midwest University. Okay, a public school, state school. Okay, in the Midwest. Then I went to Ivy League a PhD program in computational biology. Okay, so I learned more computer programming and computer science, mathematics, and biology. Okay, then I dropped out after 2 years. Okay, yeah, I loved the experience there. And it happened to be the place I was born. That university, Ivy League University. I'm not gonna tell you which one. Okay, because my dad studied there too. That's when I was born. When, and where I was born. Okay, he came with my mom, and my mom very smart lady, and she's a small business major, a small business manager, and fine art major in Korea. So yeah, she came along. They got married in Korea, and they came to uh, this Ivy League school in Eastern Coast. And my dad, he's very hardworking man, just like your father. And he studied very hard, so he got scholarship. So he studied PhD in economics in that Ivy League school in the Eastern Coast, full scholarship. Okay, very hardworking man. And my mom came with him and gave birth to me after they got married in Seoul, South Korea. Okay, and then uh, he finished his PhD, and we all went back to South Korea. Okay, so I grew up in Korea until I graduated high school, and then I took the SAT, TOEFL in Seoul, South Korea, and then I got admission, and Midwestern American University. So I majored in computer science. So and then after that, it took me 7 years, okay, to finish undergrad. And I was in and out of school, and I worked because my English was so bad. So the very first semester in American University in Midwest, I took like two classes. One class was 3 credit English as a second language, and the other class was Jujitsu. Jujitsu, okay. So yeah, 4 credits for whole semester because my English was so bad, okay, and I was going through this culture shock. Culture shock meaning it's totally different culture in America than Korea. So it was too much. It's like sensory overload. Okay, it's a great expression that I uh, learned from a documentary about Alaskan bears made by British guys. Yeah, I love the documentary. Okay, so sensory overload. Okay, And yeah, this young bear, he was born in the during the hibernation, then small hold his mother bear dog up on the ground. So in the spring, this mother bear and this baby bear came out, and this sensory overload, too many things all of a sudden. Okay, so that was my culture shock. Okay, so yeah, it took me 7 years, but I did graduate with 3.9 out of 4.0. Okay, so and I got accepted in with a fellowship, scholarship, actually double fellowship, double scholarship. Well, it wasn't double the money; it was same money, but I got two different fellowship. It's a good thing to put in the resume and great honor in that Ivy League school. It's eastern coast of United States. So computational biology program in the early 2000s. Okay, and so yeah, I was doing PhD program and then 2 years, and I was on top of the school. I mean, top of the class. Okay, we computer science program. We have a qualifier exam. I think I told you before. Like artificial intelligence slash numerical analysis, something like that, and then you have operating system slash database, and then you have computational theory slash programming language, and then slash compiler, and then oh gosh, yeah. Let's start again, okay? You have computational theory, okay, which is mostly mathematics, algorithm, okay, and you have programming languages, okay, which is contains like different computational languages and theoretical computer science and mathematics and compilers. And then you have I think artificial intelligence, okay, and then you have database and operating system, and then you have computer architecture, which just contains a lot of hardware stuff. I failed this fifth one, but I passed this for qualified exam. I was the only one in our class of like three scores of people, 3,000 of people, PhD candidates in computer science. Okay, my concentration was computational biology, but it was in computer science department in that Ivy League school. Okay, so I was the only one who passed the four subjects in the first round because I worked my ass off. I studied very hard. I asked professors questions, and I had asked my colleagues. Yeah, I worked my ass off. I was the only one who passed all these four. I mean, 4 out of 5. Okay, I was on top of my class. Okay, so that was the very first year in my PhD career, and the second year I was like, oh man, I've been studying all this time. 6 years in the Korean elementary school, which is fairly strict, and then 6 years in Korean middle school and high school, which is very very strict and harsh. And then I spent 7 years in this brand new country of America, learning English and majoring computer science, graduating with distinction. My goodness, give me a break. Because PhD American University PhD program is very very intense, and I was in an Ivy League school, okay, in the Eastern Coast. And then I was watching this American Idol television show. So you know what? What am I doing here in front of this computer screen, sitting here? I'm young only once. So when I'm young, let's leave some meaningful image of myself when I'm still young. So yeah, why not American Idol? So I started singing, and I was singing like Celine Dion, Power of Love, and Whitney Houston, I Will Always Love You. Then I sang my vocal cord out. I hurt my vocal cord. So I sang so hard, happy. I always love you and power of love. And I enjoyed my vocal cord, okay? You know what? If I cannot sing, at least maybe I can act. Okay, so that's how I dropped out of this PhD program, which is typically 5, 6, 7 years. I dropped out after 2 years. Okay, so I thank my professors and my department administrators for forgiving me. Just being drop out and okay, because I talked to them later and they forgave me. Okay, I thank them. Okay, they're very great people, generous people. Okay, so yeah, I started driving. I sold everything that I have for $1. It was $1 sale of furniture, everything, television, wine glasses, guitar. I never learned how to play guitar, but I tried like 3 times. Okay, but I failed every time. Yeah, I sold everything for $1. Okay, then uh, gave this 2 weeks notice to my landlord. I was living in a two-bedroom apartment, and then everything is taken care of. Then I started driving west from eastern coast to Los Angeles. Okay, it took me like probably 2 to 3 days driving. I slept in my car and I just pulled over to some country town, and I was once it was so hot. I slept outside my car on the ground, and there was this at night there was this spider crawling right next to my ear. Okay, so it's so funny. I remember that, and then one day I just pulled over and to countryside and in the probably in the south or Midwest, and I just slept. It was inside the car. It was so hot. Okay, so I just slept on the ground outside the car next to my car, and some people thought I was dead. So they came to me. Are you okay? Great Americans. Okay, they care about people. Okay. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just taking a nap. So yeah, and so I came to LA and to become an actor. Okay, then I got a job in McDonald's and Subway sandwiches, which I still go to. I love McDonald's. I love Subway sandwiches, but I never put cheese on it. I never put mayonnaise on it. It's just meat and vegetable and bun. That's it. Okay. So yeah, no dressings. When I eat salad, I never put any dressings. Okay, because it has too much sugar and fat in there. I want to taste vegetables, plants as they are. Okay, so those are my only Fortune 500 companies I have ever worked for. McDonald's as a drive-through crew. I was mopping the floor, putting do this French fries and stuff, and Subway sandwiches. Yeah, I would make sandwiches, and I was so happy when I was not a good sandwich maker. I just brand new job in Los Angeles, and they ate the sandwich I made. This white girl who came with her mother, white people. Yeah, I made this shitty sandwich and she ate it, and her mother let her young, like 5-year-old daughter eat my sandwich. This Asian ass. This horrible sandwich that I made. Yeah, they ate it. Okay, she let her eat the sandwich that I made. Okay, so I felt accepted. I was happy to see them eat my sandwich. This Asian guy, total stranger, I made sandwich, and this beautiful white girl and her mother let her eat the sandwich that I made. to me it signifies some kind of trust, transracial trust. Okay. Yeah, yeah. This mother, white Caucasian mother, let her white daughter, 5 years old daughter, eat the sandwich that I made. So I felt very accepted. So I was happy, grateful. It was very emotionally moving. Okay. Yeah, it was beautiful sight. Okay. So that's America. America is a very special country, very special place. All different races coming together, we get along most of times. Okay. So let white people be white, black people be black, brown people be brown. Okay. Let's preserve this diversity of races. Same race marriage. White people marrying white people, black people marrying black people, brown people marrying brown people. Okay, diversity. Okay, it's a beautiful thing. All right. Anyway, so I'm sorry, I'm being lazy. It's Friday night. I'm alone, and okay, let's go over this. So I went to undergrad in Midwest and PhD career 2 years, dropped out, but it was in Eastern Coast. And then I did some computer programming and acting. So I moved to Los Angeles to become an actor, to be a shining star of a Hollywood sky in the morning. I told my friends that, and they kind of liked it. Good friends, generous, kind friends. I want to be this breaking the dawn kind of shining star of a Hollywood night sky, or dawn morning sky, whatever. So yeah, and then so yeah, I was in the Midwest, Eastern Coast, then Western Coast, Los Angeles, California. I was there for 3 years. Part-time actor, full-time for computer programmer. Okay, so after Subway, McDonald's, yeah, I got computer programs there. Okay, and first I was hired by Chinese business couple, and yeah, they're great. They were great. Okay, so then but I had to, yeah, I was laid off. Okay, so then I got another computer program job. Okay, in Los Angeles. Okay, so that was my 3 years, and then after that I joined the U.S. Army. Okay, so I was stationed. I'm not gonna tell you where, but in the South, American South. Okay, and for then I was deployed to Afghanistan. Okay, and then when I was deployed to Afghanistan, when I was in California, I made a movie, right? So when I was in the army in southern state of America, I edited it, finished the editing of the movie, and I submitted to 50, 50 film festivals, and over five of them accepted my movie. It was in Ireland, England, two in California, one in Australia. Okay, I'm eternally grateful that they accepted my movie. Film festivals. Okay, they are small festivals. Okay, all the big ones they rejected me because they're fucking idiots. Okay, like Sundance, South by Southwest, New York Film Festivals, San Francisco Film Festivals, Los Angeles Film Festivals. Fucking morons. So they rejected my movie. Okay, idiots. Fucking idiots. Okay, shit ass morons. Okay. I can tell you worse phrases about them, but I'm not going to because this is a public recording. Okay, whatever. Let's get over it. Okay, so let me control my emotion. Okay, idiots, morons, imbeciles. Okay, I'm not gonna tell you worse, something worse, even though I can and I want to. I'm gonna control my emotion. Okay, So, anyways, so yeah, I was deployed in Afghanistan in the U.S. Army, and they gave me just 3 weeks, 2 weeks vacation. They pay for the airline tickets, round tickets anywhere in the world. Okay, but hotels, taxis, food, yeah, I have to pay from my own checking account. Okay, but so I picked a country in Europe. I'm not gonna tell you where. All right. I don't want to be too obvious. I'm not gonna give you anything, hand out things to you. You have to look it up. Okay. Somewhere in European countries, yeah, I picked because one of them accepted my movie in their film festival. So I went there during this 2 weeks vacation while I was deployed in Afghanistan as a U.S. Army soldier. Okay, and then yeah, they were very generous and kind people to show my film, to attend the film festival that showed my movie. Okay, eternally grateful. It was very small film festival, but eternally grateful. Okay, they took the patience. They had the patience. They gave me the patience of watching through my 70 minutes movie. It's not a short film. It's a full length feature film. They had patience to watch through my boring movie. I'm very grateful, eternally grateful. Okay, God bless them. So there was that, and then I came back to Afghanistan. So I was in Afghanistan for a year as a deployment. I came back to American Southern state, and then I got honorably discharged, and I applied to law school, and so I got when using my GI Bill, post 9/11 GI Bill, and yeah, I was in law school in Midwest. It's the different state in the Midwest that than my undergrad. So my undergrad and my law school, they're all both in Midwest, but two different states. My 2 years of PhD career in the Eastern Coast, and then my acting career, program career, Western Coast. Army career, South America. I mean, Southern state of America, United States of America. Okay. So I went to law school there, and I graduated in 2 years because I took 2 semesters of summer semesters. Other people, they go to internship, clerkship, whatever stupid shit that law fucking students do. Fucking morons, man. Most of them. Okay. Look at lawyers. Look, they're fucking whores, prostitutes. Okay. Some of them are nice. I mean, I went to law school. I graduated law school. I'm nice, I think. But most of them are fucking idiots, they're fucking whores, and they're fucking sellouts, they're soul sellers. Okay, they suck up to anything to make money, power, and fame. Look at all these politicians. Probably the most prevalent profession of politicians are lawyers. Okay, yeah, some politicians are farmers, electricians, real estate brokers, or business owners, or many politicians that come from all walks of life. But the most common profession among politicians are lawyers. Okay, and then again, probability. Okay, percentage. Okay, so yeah, Abraham Lincoln was a lawyer. Who else was a lawyer? Maybe not that many. Yeah, the Donald President Trump was in real estate. President Obama was a lawyer, and President Bush Jr. was a MBA, Harvard MBA. So he's a businessman. President George Bush Sr. was a businessman, and President Clinton, Bill Clinton, was a lawyer. President Reagan, Ronald Reagan, was actor. President, who's that guy with the big teeth like this? Um, Democrat. He was a, I think he was in Navy. Okay, Carter, President Carter. I think he was a peanut farmer and also in the Navy. I think President Ford. Not exactly sure what he was before he went to politics. President LBJ, Lyndon B. Johnson or something. Not sure if he was a lawyer. Okay, and President Kennedy, yeah, he went to Harvard School, political science, whatnot. I'm not sure if he went to law school. Probably he did. Okay, I'm not sure. President Roosevelt, Franklin Roosevelt, FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. He was a lawyer, and before that or after that, President this there's this army general who became president. What's his name? During the World War II, probably after FDR. Not sure if he served one term or two terms. This army general, during World War II, he doesn't wear any glasses. He's a white guy. He was army general. West Point. Yeah, he was definitely not a lawyer, but I forgot his name. Okay, who warned America about this military industrial complex. Okay, general, 5-star general. I don't remember his name. Sorry. Yeah, then Teddy Roosevelt, Theodore Roosevelt. I'm not sure if he was a lawyer. Whatever. But Abraham Lincoln, he was a lawyer, and James Madison, he was not a lawyer. James Madison was he probably wrote 90% of the U.S. Constitution, but he was not a lawyer. Okay, so this Justice John Marshall saying, "Oh, you have to be a lawyer, justices, to have ultimate authority of interpretation of U.S. Constitution." That's a bullshit. Okay, so Justice John Marshall, Marbury versus Madison, he hijacked Constitution from the people, and he put the U.S. Supreme Court to be the dictator authority of Constitution. He hijacked the Constitution from the people. Okay, the person who wrote the Constitution of the United States, James Madison, he was not a lawyer. Okay, he was not a lawyer. Okay, so if somebody can write the Constitution and he's not a lawyer, that means anybody can interpret Constitution. He does not have to be a lawyer to have good interpretation of Constitution, because Constitution was written by a non-lawyer. Okay, so Justice Marshall, bad guy. Okay, he created this dictatorship of Supreme Court. Okay, judicial review doctrine. Okay, good justices like Justice Thomas or Justice Scalia, they did not like judicial review doctrine. Judicial review doctrine is this. So U.S. Supreme Court have the authority to overturn or repeal presidential executive executive order, or congressional uh, legislation of United States statute. U.S. Supreme Court can always declare it unconstitutional. Okay, or any states like governors or state legislature. United States or Supreme Court is have the ultimate authority to approve or disapprove all these laws. Okay, this dictatorship. That's Justice John Marshall in Marbury versus Madison. Judicial review doctrine. Okay, it was the time of President James Madison, President John Adams, and President. Yeah, the very beginning, from the very beginning of the United States history. I mean the European modernized history of the United States. Okay, before that, yeah, there were the American Indians from Asia, native Indians. Okay, it's great history of America. Okay, I'm a huge fan of those American Indians. Okay, American natives, Eskimos. Okay, Inupiats and yeah, like Chinooks and Apaches and I was an electrician, helicopter electrician in U.S. Army. Okay, so Black Hawk, Chinook, Apache. Those are the helicopters that I worked with. Okay, they're all from Native American Indians. Black Hawk, Apache, Chinook. Okay, American Indians. Okay, yeah, I have huge admiration for that. Okay, for those culture, history, languages, wisdom, knowledges. Yeah, I'm a huge fan. I studied their knowledge about wild plants, how to trap animals and fish. Okay, how to survive in the wilderness. You know, yeah, I studied their knowledge. Okay, so anyway, I also studied African American music and dance. Also some Hispanic dance too. Okay, but because I don't have any partner, I mean, it's very limited. But yeah, solo dancing by African Americans, I studied them very, very, very much. Okay, I'm not good at it, but I love it. Okay, so yeah, I appreciate all these different Americans. Okay, so judicial review doctrine. Okay, so it established this SCOTUS, Supreme Court of the United States dictatorship, which is exactly what the Constitution was meant to prevent. Okay, so Supreme Court of the United States is going against the Constitution of the United States. And it has the supreme authority to interpret and apply the Constitution of the United States. Paradox, irony, okay? It all began with this John Marshall, Justice John Marshall, okay? Lawyers love him because he empowered lawyers by putting the Supreme Court, the United States judiciary above Congress and above presidency. All right? That's Justice John Marshall's evil work and evil heritage, evil tradition, evil custom. Okay, that needs to be fixed. Okay, because Constitution is about equality of three co-equal branches: Congress, presidency, then judiciary. Okay, it's supposed to be co-equal branches of three co-equal branches of United States government. Okay, but here came this Justice John Marshall. Oh, it's the Supreme Court because we are lawyers. We studied the law, so we must have the ultimate final say on what Constitution is, what the law is. Okay, this Marbury versus Madison. Okay, bullshit case. Okay, it's bullshit. It's about usurpation of constitutional authority by this one branch of three branched government of United States, federal government. It was mentioned the third. First, Congress, because Congress is like 238 congressmen and women and 50 and 100 senators. Total like 338 some people who were directly voted by American people over 50 different states. That's Congress. That's the closest to the people. Because we have 300 some representatives of 50 different states. Congress, number one. President, it's not direct vote, it's electoral college system, which is good because Alaska, where I'm living in right now, we have only three electoral colleges votes, 30 votes, electoral college votes. Okay, but how many electoral votes are there? Maybe 500. I'm not sure. Okay, so basically, electoral college system is a good system because like small states. I mean, small sparsely populated states. Alaska is the biggest state in the United States, but in terms of population density, it's the smallest population density in America. Okay, how many people are there in Alaska? Maybe 300,000, maybe 200,000. I'm not sure, something like that. Okay, so it's about size of Los Angeles County in terms of population. Okay, yeah, but we have three electoral college vote, which is a lot more than our population. So the idea of electoral college is this. Okay, we have 50 different states in America. Okay, but some states have very small population. Okay, but let's give them more voice because it's a state. Then there are some big states like, I mean, populated states like California, Texas, or New York. We do not want America, it's not wise for America to elect a president of the United States based on population alone. America is composed of 50 different states. We do not want California just because most population is concentrated in California. We do not want California decide who will be the next president of the United States. Okay, so we will assign some numbers, electoral college numbers in California. But it's not going to be like 99%. Okay, because that's not the representative sample of 50 United States. Okay, again, probability statistics, okay, plays a great role. That's why I want you to learn this. Okay, that's why we spend so much time on this. Okay, it's not a representative sample of the United States as a whole, Californians or Texans or New Yorkers. No, we have Alabama, we have Maine, Vermont, Alaska, Hawaii, Wisconsin, Michigan, Idaho, South Carolina, North Carolina, South Dakota, North Dakota, Nevada, Arizona, Colorado, Utah, Louisiana, Florida, Mississippi, Kentucky, Kansas, Delaware, Pennsylvania, Ohio. I'm sorry if I'm missing any state that you are living in. Okay, but yeah, 50 different states. We don't want California to decide who will be the next president, or Texas, or New York. We don't want that. So let's take this balance. Let's take the middle ground. That's electoral college system. Okay, we are not giving one vote in Alaska and one vote in California and one vote in Texas. No, but we are not make directly proportionate amount like California 50%, New York 30%, Alaska 0.0001%. We're not going to do that. We'll take the middle ground. Okay, that's electoral college system. Okay, it's a very good system. Okay. Very smart. Okay, so that's the founders of the founding fathers. I would say founding mothers. Okay, because I'm a Christian. Okay, there's only one Father. That's God. We should never call each other fathers. Okay, that's what Jesus said. Okay, so yeah, the founding people, founding males, okay, smart people. Okay, one of them was James Madison, and he was not a lawyer. Okay, but yeah, the most common profession among the United States politicians, it's lawyers. Okay, because it helps to know what law is. Okay, so maybe about 10% of American presidents are lawyers, but all the other people, 90% of American presidents, the farmers, electricians, soldiers, whatnot. Okay, actors, they're all scattered. Okay, but this is 10% concentration of this one profession. That's the most common. It's only 10%, but it's the single most unified group. They are lawyers. Okay, all the 90% they are farmers, electricians, soldiers, and actors, and blah blah blah. Okay, that's why it's so important that you know some mathematics. I want you to know the reality of things. Okay, that's why you don't have to go back to college. Okay, you can just study on your own. Okay, study biology, mathematics, physics, chemistry, hard science. Okay, the soft science, to say the least, they're incomplete. Okay, like economics, sociology, psychology is the worst. Okay, that is bullshit. All these therapists, psychiatrists, psychologists, counselors, their intention is good. I appreciate it. They want to help people. I believe that. Okay, but psychology as a ideology, psychologyism, is garbage. It's not knowledge. It's garbage. So that's why I'm asking psychologists and psychiatrists to forget about everything they ever learned and learn from me. Learn humanology. They have to do it. Otherwise, they will never be able to help anybody. Okay? What do you become of if you are a customer, client, or psychologist or psychiatrist? You get addicted to their counseling. Okay? Because you're a constant income source. They don't want you to get better. No. They are more interested in getting you get worse and addicted to this counseling so that you keep coming to them, so that you keep paying them your income source. All right, so this needs to change. Okay, psychologists, they need to become humanologists and be moral and ethical and be more religious. Some time ago, I told you corporations, businesses, companies, they should be more like governments. And governments should be more like private businesses. I give you 5 seconds to interpret that. Tell me what it means. It's this. Government should be more fiscally conservative. They should make ends meet. They cannot just keep raising taxes. No, they should be frugal. All these government employees, high-ranking government employees, they do travel. Look at President Trump. Go rally here, rally there. What the fuck is he doing? Go golfing there, vacation there. What the fuck is he doing? Why does he have to give speeches? Same as President Obama, President Bush. Travel. It's, they take presidency as a retirement job. Traveling, giving speeches, shaking hands, taking pictures. That's not just presidents, senators, congressmen, all the same. They travel too much. Free vacation, okay, out of taxpayers' money. No. We have internet, okay, use it, all right? Call somebody on the telephone, Skype, teleconference, okay? And then, uh, okay, so I kind of lost the track of my thought, and we have only 1 minute and 30 seconds before we do the 3 hours, because that's the limit of this computer software that does the recording. Okay, so I'm kind of drunk. Okay, so I lost the track of thought. Okay, we'll talk about this more later. Okay, and what I'm saying is that you have to elect me in 2020 as the president of the United States. I'm an official candidate of the president of the United States for in 2020. I have to be the president in 2021 to save America and to save the world. Okay, and yeah, so just in year 2020 November, just write down my name over the stupid other candidates' names. Okay, then I will be your president in 2021. Okay, good night, happy Friday, bye.